Chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
10 yards, good for a Giant first down. The numbers for Evans a week ago: 8 catches, 105 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Tannehill. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average. And he's got it! Touchdown, Giants! Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, It hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
And congratulations on their win last week, but they didn't get a whole lot of time to celebrate it on Sunday. They were right back to work on Monday, but you'll have to do things differently when you prepare for a Thursday night game. Because normally you'll take some time off. Here you get right back to work on the game plan mentally, and probably not put any pads on until you play again Thursday night.
14 yards is the pickup there on a New England first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Into the red zone. Wentz. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing now is Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, but it'll be 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, Elliott. A nice run. They're 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to find a But instead, he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Ready, break. Check,
From the 50, it's Tannehill. That one complete to Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tannehill. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Here we go. Ready? Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Tannehill. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That's the way.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is what? What's tight? Tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Let's go, defense. Our time. This our
5-9, 5-9.
34, Mike 34.
Ram.
Quarterback, go get it.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Sunday. Switch gears.
Gordon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Come on now, let's go.
And they're going to speed things up here. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Throwing is Wentz. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Wentz to throw.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to run with Breida. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Me and you all day. I'll go.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that's Elliott, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Touchdown, Giants! Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Washington's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Wins to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Melvin Ingram. His 2nd sack of the night. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Wentz. The quick slant caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots get a score closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out to the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'm going to run you over. Shift now.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Wentz. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on second down. Wentz. And as a defense, Cook stripped. The ball's out.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 39, Tannehill. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Gold is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back.